Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of the Visions. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. And for me, it's a double dose of happy Wednesday because one, brand new content, free items as always on a Wednesday. And last night I enjoyed two great NBA basketball games. And one thing I learned is that there's only one real legitimate basketball team in the city of Los Angeles. Alright, now back to the real topic at hand, today's discussion on War of the Visions. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about some news update. First and foremost, this I found it to be very interesting. Notice regarding account suspicion due to misconduct. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of people doing stupid shit, but people apparently are doing stupid shit. Examples of misconduct: transfer, lending, exchanging, selling of accounts. Good thing they actually posted this because I thought about giving away free accounts before, but now I learned that is against terms of service. I will not be thinking about it. Falsifying applications, alright. Inquiring visitors fraudulently, inconveniencing other players. I don't know what this means, but I'm thinking of what people have been doing lately. And I've been kind of talked down to by some players saying, oh, we don't have all the time in the world that you do playing this game all the time. So some of us have to use these other, tactics and methods to get ahead in the game. Well, I don't need to keep going with that, right? Spreading information on how to cheat on the game. Okay. So this perhaps could be people who are out there telling people, oh, go to this website, do this, do that, get this, get that. Or it could be people who are actually content creators. By the way, data mining is not something that I condone, but a lot of people do it. To each their own. Hopefully, there hasn't been anybody who's been content creating getting suspended, right? Because we're part of a community. But here's the big but: if people are doing that and the companies are cracking down on them, good for the companies. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, so nothing else really. There's some visions if you spend money. Shop lineup, we'll get into that. Something about portal app, yada yada yada. I don't get into that. Whatever, it's whatever, right? If we get items, that's cool with me. If we don't, I don't really care, because that's stuff that I usually kind of avoid. Those little things, not my style. Okay, let's talk about mock shop. Make sure you go ahead and spend all of your medals from the Final Fantasy Tactic. It is over. I do have some tears in my eyes this morning because I realized it was over, but raid is here, and so let's concentrate on that. As I had mentioned before, Alexandrite Ring, Platinum Robe are all here, in addition to the Platinum Helm. As always, you get 5 different opportunities to get more rainbows, and with the recent announcements, this isn't as powerful as before anymore, simply for the fact that if people already have a bunch of URs built and they're not looking forward to building other URs, with the new fragments of things coming for lower rarity units, this isn't as big of an incentive anymore as before. Which in my opinion, that's great, because personally, as you all know, I'm not really a huge fan of raiding. Okay, good stuff. All these awakening materials, which no one is going to buy. None of this stuff anyone's going to buy. No one's going to buy this. No one's going to buy that. Pretty much no one's going to buy any of this. And this is the only thing perhaps people will be buying, will be some extra potions. But raid in general is a very obnoxious concept in this game. I don't know why they do it this way. Why make us trigger things and then have to increase level of the monsters? Why don't you just give us maps in which we just go into and fight those monsters? Why make us go through, literally, that can add up to an hour worth of extra animation that is pretty much useless in this game. Triggering things, in my opinion, it's stupid. It's one of the worst ways you can design something in terms of raid. But hopefully the companies can hear this and maybe they can make some changes in the future. But again, this is just a personal gripe. Another thing I noticed is that back in the days, you can literally trigger any raid by playing any stage in the map, only once. That has been nerfed. I played story mode 3 times already and no raid has been triggered. But if you play a harder content where you have to spend more energy, is guaranteed to be triggered still. So, shadow nerf maybe? I don't know. Whatever it is, I hate it when games make those kind of changes without notifying us, because players are not stupid. We can easily see the changes. Okay, free gold. Cool story. Alright, here we go. 6-month anniversary countdown. We get the raid stuff, blah blah blah, of course. Story skip tickets, great, but we have to purchase it this time. Of course, I'll get into it in a little bit here, but we're getting another one of those things where they want you to buy their tickets to potentially get, you know, rare, ultra rare units. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of this, because honestly, they shouldn't even bother with this for free-to-play players. It's just a gimmick to get players to spend their pay jams. Because no matter how you look at it, no matter how you slice and dice it, that's what it is. And then, of course, more packs that most people don't even think about. But again, always buy the X. Featured Vision Card Shop. Pretty cool overall if you're looking into getting these cards. Personally, I think the Mind Flayer is pretty much maybe the better cards out of these ones. But again, just an opinion. Again, buy the X. Water Day, Wednesday. And now let's get into the meat of all. We do get this free thing that we talked about. It costs you no energy. All you gotta do is get in, kill some stuff, boom, free items. Admirable Prince. Surprisingly, I didn't even do this. The only thing I could think of is this account must have been created around this time where I wasn't strong enough, or I really didn't give two shits about this event or something. I don't know. But whatever the case is, now I got an opportunity to kind of trigger some more raids and of course farms for more free materials. This, however, I did, so this must have came before the Prince thing, because I don't understand why I'll completely skip it. But again, I get a really nice freebies. Oh, by the way, I get 2 rainbows, because I didn't do the EX quest for those either. And that's pretty much it for that. Of course, there's not much to talk about in raid, but I do have a screenshot here for you, right here, right now, that Ifrit is weak to everything but magic. And of course, since he's fire, he's going to be weak to water. But most of us don't have water units built. For those of you who have Miranda, good for you. Summons. So, the 6-month anniversary part 3 MR guaranteed is still carried over. As you can see, if you're not the type of person that's purchasing anything, you only can get up to 80%. Which, if you think about it, it's kind of a slap in the face. It's kind of like someone's dangling a $100 bill in front of your face, but it's just within arm's it's just without arm's reach, right? I don't know how to say it, but you just think you can grab it. Or maybe that scene from, what is it, Indiana Jones? Do you remember that scene in The Last Crusade where Indiana is like, oh, Dad, I can reach the Holy Grail. It's right there. I can reach it. And his dad says, son, let it go. Because that's what this is about. I can almost taste the free you are, but in reality, it's not for us. It's for people who want to spend money. And even on my spenders account, I don't want to spend the money because I've realized I don't care. What's the point of getting a UR that's irrelevant, right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't have Eldyra in here. Just to make sure, let's check it out. Is Eldyra in here? Okay, slap me, back of the head. Boom! Eldyra is in here. Maybe not. Think about it. Maybe I should drop a few gems here. Alright, ignore what I said then. Let's talk about the 6-month anniversary countdown part 4. Basically the same formula. And by the way, you can get URs from the actual summons. So all that yapping, alright. So, you know, I gotta get the two extremes, right? The extreme like, oh my god, I hate this. And then the extreme's like, okay, it's not too bad. Everything's free. Again, when it's free stuff, don't complain. But seriously though, let's talk about this one. Now I know for a majority of players this is irrelevant, but here's the thing. 4 UR guaranteed 10x summons, 2 units / 2 UR vision cards. This is a great deal in my opinion because I'm a huge advocate of cards. So the fact that I can potentially get 2 good cards is very tempting. But I know that every time I do these 4 URs like I did before, I don't get jack shit. And so I'm not sure if I want to bust out 2,000 pay gems for this. And another thing to really be aware of this, they even actually specifically said this. Precautions. This summon does not include the vision cards, of course, a new one, and bursting mind flare, nor the unit Eldyra. But let's talk about the better news. You can get guaranteed Keepers of the Crystal if you want that card. By the way, I don't really think that card is that worthy of getting. Another thing, you can actually get Horn First Division absolutely guaranteed. Again, I don't think that card's all that great. Personally, I wouldn't spend 10,000 gems on either of those banners. But if you are, good luck to you, because at least you're going to get something guaranteed that you want. But today is Happy Wednesday, and for those of you who want to join me later tonight, I am planning on streaming because I feel like it's a great night for me to do some farming and maybe just talk about the game's status in general, because like I said, not a huge fan of Raid, not a huge fan of these little tactic changes that they make, but overall, the game is still going in the right direction, giving us nice items for free, giving us good events, but overall, farming is still a necessity, so that's what I plan on doing tonight. So if you want to have some time, maybe you want to join my room to farm for some Coral Sword or Platinum Mace, swing on by, share your opinions about the game, share opinions about your life, whatever. Let's have some fun together. That's all the time I have for this video. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Use it wisely. And as always, take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nashtaters and his family out. Peace.